man, that was quite a yawn. And also I've got glasses on, so you know that we're at the end of Saturday, not the beginning. Hello everyone, and welcome to Saturday. I'll spare you the details of today, because today was, continuing the preparation for Extra Life. Not necessarily working on Extra Life or Extra Life related accessories, but working on all of the other stuff that needs to get done before Extra Life can actually occur. And amidst that, I also finished Morning Mario. Kind of. Asterisk goes here. I finished everything but the very, very last episode. I'll tackle that tomorrow. I kind of ran out of time for that today since we also had Saturday game night. But for all intents and purposes, I finished the series today. Now, that could come as a surprise if you haven't been following the series recently, just because I don't think I've talked about this on Steven Vlog itself. But there's an episode of Morning Mario, 785. If you watch the end of that one, I kind of go in detail about all the specifics, but short version is that the casual audience for Morning Mario, or Super Mario Maker specifically, is largely gone. We still have a very good viewership for the series, but the series exists because people submit and rate levels, and that has declined a little bit, or shifted. I should really say it's shifted, because what's happened is the people that are submitting levels now are submitting harder levels because that casual audience is gone, so we're skewing into some very, quite difficult stuff. And also the amount of people rating levels is gone because now it's just that core niche group of expert, players and creators. The casual audience, which helped keep things a little more grounded, and also brought a lot of the numbers to, rating everything, they are gone. They're still watching, but they're not playing the game. And that has caused Morning Mario to become something that it really wasn't originally intended to be. I think one of the most important things about creating is being happy with what you're making. And when what you envision starts to change, you need to be acutely aware of that. And that is something that I have been acutely aware of for Morning Mario for the past few months. I've seen it changing. And it's a slow change, but it's there, It used to be that levels were short, and they might be themed well. It might be a very interesting level. It'd still be a good level, but it'd be very different than just, balls to the wall hard. And occasionally you would get something very difficult like that, but that wasn't the norm. I rated them a lot in terms of the percentage, the clear rate. It used to be that we would get a lot of it might not even be a difficult level at all, like a 30% clear rate, which is really, really high. A 30% clear rate, something like that. We'd get that sort of thing all the time. And then gradually that's changed to where the norm is 2%. And we'll still get stuff that might be as high as 8 to 10%, but we're getting a lot of stuff that's 2% or 1%, and that's just happening over and over and over again. And it's changing what the series was originally meant to be. It was supposed to be just this short little, fun video in the morning, and I've still enjoyed it, but I also know that it's starting to lose what I wanted it to be from the get-go, and that is why Morning Mario needs to end. That casual audience is no longer playing the game, and they were helping to keep everything, very grounded. So I made the difficult decision to end the series. 800 is the number we're stopping at. I wish it could have been 1,000, just for the fact that that's a nice round number that makes people very happy. It makes me very happy. It scratches that weird itch in your brain. But 800 is going to be where it has to come to a close. And it was really bittersweet recording this final week today. And I still haven't recorded 800. I am going to do that tomorrow. But everything else, I recorded today. And it's weird because it's been on the channel for so long. Anyone who's come to Steven Plays in the last few years, they aren't going to remember a time when Morning Mario wasn't on the air. And that's weird, for something to just become so familiar. And I don't know how it's going to affect the channel because algorithms on YouTube have just changed so drastically. It could affect things negatively because there's a quarter of people it's bringing to the channel every day that might remind those people that other content exists and they might watch other stuff. It could affect the channel positively because anyone who's not interested in Morning Mario, that's 5 more videos a week that they, that aren't there for them to avoid, and the algorithm should theoretically recommend more stuff from the channel, because when you skip if you skip 5 videos on a channel a week, that's telling YouTube, oh, I don't like this channel. The algorithm's awful. So, yeah, I don't actually know how it's going to change things. I just know that the series is ending. Now, I'm already starting to look at other possibilities for that morning slot. I have some other ideas, some stuff that I've considered actually for a long time. But right now, my primary goal is ending the series and taking a little break. That morning slot has been occupied for over 3 years. And that's a lot of additional content. That's 5 videos a week, every week, for 156 weeks. And that's a lot. So I'm going to be taking a little break from it, but at some point, I do think that there will be something else in that morning slot. Even if it's not forever, even if it's just a series that has a definitive end, I think that something will be back for a bit. So don't fret too much. And if this is the first you're finding out about all this, I'm sorry. Again, Morning Mario episode 785 will explain it a little bit better than I did here. But yeah, it has to end. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that maybe we'll get another Mario Maker game for the Switch at some point, and that would be really cool. I would love to bring the series back at that point, because that would bring all the casual players back and kind of put everything back on track for what I wanted the series to be. But for right now, we're too far off the rails. I'm just gonna quietly let it go, and maybe we'll bring it back at some point in the future. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Still a million other things to do. Maybe tomorrow I'll go buy Red Dead. I think I almost have to tomorrow. I'm trying to keep track of all the stuff I have to do before this time next week, and this is gonna be a really rough week. Like September and October have been rough, but this week, I just gotta get through this week, and November will be a lot better. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?